Okay, so good evening once again, and I welcome all of you to this section. So today we are going to look at JavaScript form. That is just document object model. That's the full meaning of form. Document object model. So that's a way of creating the link. That's the activity between your HTML elements and that's using JavaScript. Like I stated at the beginning of this JavaScript course, that JavaScript is all about adding interaction to your website, and CSS was just what, adding styling to the website. Okay, so we are going to master this today, although we are not really going to use this when we start with the Vue.js, but I know it's going to help most of us in our life. That's why I'm trying to introduce you guys to this. We are not going to use this much. All right, so as you can see the diagram here, so it's what the object tree, or is a DOM tree, the DOM tree of objects. So we have the first one to be the overall boss. That is your document. You know, the HTML is what, a document. So on the root of the document, that is, we all know it has the super or the parent HTML tag, as we can all see from here. So we have this. This is the parent element, or the parent tag. So that's what you see here. Then when you use this direction, we have the head. Inside the head, we have the title, and inside the title, you have your title over there. So what we are trying to say here is we have the overall boss, which is the HTML tag. Inside the HTML tag, we have what? We have the head. Then inside the head, we have the meta tag, and you have the title here. Inside the title, you have your main title inside the title tag. All right. Then apart from the head, we also have the body tag. So let me use the diagram. So inside the body tag too, we have some attributes, we have some elements, some text, and some headers. All right. So all that you are trying to look, or all that you are going to learn today is how to target the DOM. That is your document object model, using JavaScript. So with the DOM, we have the parents and we have the children, and the children have siblings, and the children can also have children. So we have parent node. So this will be the parent node. Then this will be the parent node rather. Then the parent has what? Children. So this is the first child, and this is the second child, right? So this child, we can say that this and this are siblings. That's the head and the body, they are siblings. Then when you go inside the head, we also have the title, which is the child for the header, the head, and inside the child too, inside this child, we also have your main text. That is whatever you are going to put here. That will also be the child for this. And when you come here too, it's the same thing. So you can say that these are siblings, these are a parent-child relationship. Okay, so that is just the overview of that's the overview. That we are going to target our elements using JavaScript. That's what we'll be doing today. Okay, so without wasting much time, I've already pushed this to GitHub, and I didn't want us to waste much time today. So I asked you guys to clone it, and I hope each and everyone here has done it. If you haven't done it, please, the link is in the group. Try your best and do that. If you don't know how to clone, you can just go and download it. That one will work. All right, so let me take the opportunity to welcome Enoch, Edu, and Nanado Dankwa. I think they are new. Enoch, this is Code Boot Ghana or Code Boot Technologies. You are welcome to today's class. Since you are new, we would like you to introduce yourself and we move on. Nanado to do the same.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, I can.
Enoch, a brief intro about you. Where are you from? Like, were you a student? Are you working?
Yes, please, sir. Good evening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Edu Enoch. I'm with Data Link Institute.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I got a link from a colleague.
That's a family. That's a family. We are family.
Sure.
We are welcome.
Sure.
You can even.
Thank you very much.
We know you're ready. Nanado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also a data link student.
Oh, we know you're ready. Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Let's continue. So you can mute your mic if you're not talking. Okay, so let's start. So the first element that we are going to query or that you are going to target is a document. We are just going to console this and see what we have. That is this parent child or this what do you call tree. We are going to look at the tree inside our console. Okay, so let's come here. All that I want us to do now is to just console dot directory. So console dot dir. So let's use this method. So far we have been seeing console.log, yes. But today I'm also introducing this. So with this one, we just want to list directories. That's why we are using this. So we are using this method, console.dir. Then inside this one, just write document.
Senior Robert, can you zoom your this in a bit for us?
As usual, yeah. Let me do that. Hey, this one is too much. Is this one okay? Is it okay? Hello, class. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so let's just do this. We have started, like I said, this will let you think logically. That is going to assist you to think as a JavaScript developer when you get to Vue.js. Without this, when you get there, you will not appreciate the Vue.js framework. This was what previously they were using what do you call it, jQuery, and later on they introduced this. That's the DOM tree for us. So you can use this one in place of jQuery, yes. But there's no need for us to even go into jQuery because you just use the Vue.js framework straight away. Okay, so right now, just save it. Make sure you have linked your what do you call it, app.js to your HTML document. Make sure you do this. Okay, so let me go back to my console and check what I have here. Okay, so let's go to the console. Okay, so let me make it bold. So this is your document. This is the document that we just selected, or that we just console or just print to the document, to the console. So right now, when you expand this, you are going to get all the what do you call it, the elements or the tags or whatever it is in your document. That is everything here will be printed here for you. So we have so many things going on at the back end. There are so many things going on that you can just choose any of them. So you can see we have on drag over, we have on drop. All these are mouse properties. These are mouse. When you're moving your mouse like this, You can use any of these properties. You will get there. We have what? On click. That is when you click on this button. What do you want it to do? So you can use this on click. This one, all these are methods. On change. This on change is normally used when you are dealing with text input. We use the on change. And on blur is also used on text input. Normally for validations. Yes, for validation. That is when you visit any portal and you start typing, then you stop. You remove the mouse and maybe go to the next. Assuming that we have two text inputs, we have name here, enter name here, and maybe enter age next. And you didn't enter your name and you just move to age. And when you use blur with some validation rule, it's going to prompt you that, hey, you didn't fill this, or this form cannot be empty. All right, so I'm just explaining some of these things for you. And so that's it. So let's see our HTML element. So you can see we have head here. So this is HTML element. We have images here, right? Though we don't have any image. That is why it is what? Look at it. It is an array of what? It's an empty array because we don't have any image on our web page. And what do we have? We have the body. We have the .org, right? We have the URL. So you can see my URL is here. Then we also have, so let's go inside the body. So inside the body too, we have so many things going on here, which I'm not going to bother you with all this stuff. But as time goes on, as I've started explaining some of them, you'll be using most of them and you understand almost, not all of them, but almost let's say about 70 to 80% of them. Yes, that's what I can promise for now. Because if after the class you don't practice, I don't think you get most out of what we are doing today, and whatever we have done. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. That is, this one will just list everything inside the document for you. What if we want to just select? We want to select the URL. So we can do that. So that one, we are not going to use the console.direct. We are going to console.log. Console.log document. So we can just say document dot. Whatever is here, you can just say document. So this is the parent element or the parent node. This is the parent node. So whatever is here, you can access it using the dot notation, which we have already learned about that. So we can just say dot URL like this. So let me comment this one out because we don't want to see this one again. So we just want to print this to the DOM or to the console. Okay, so you can see this is exactly what I have inside my, what do you call it? My browser. That's the address bar or the search bar. This is it. So you can see I have my IP address with the port number and what? The index.html. So that's it. How about you getting the title? We want to print the title. What I have here, JS DOM. I want to print it here. The same thing. You can just do you can just do console.log. Inside your bracket, you have what? Document.title. Document.title. So let me comment this one out. Document.title. So there's it. Okay, so apart from we just selecting them and printing them inside the console, what if we want to change the title here? We want to change it, but we don't want to do that in the HTML. Normally, let me show you where this one is applicable. That is, if you are building a single page application, when I say single page application, that is that when you're using Vue.js, React, Angular, all those projects that you'll be building, we call them single page application. The main reason why we call them single page application is they don't, that is when you navigate from, let's say, home to about S page, the browser doesn't refresh. It doesn't refresh. We just navigate. So we use something called router. So you just route from one page to another without refreshing the page. So normally you don't lose the state of the app. But if you want to reload the page, there's a way you can do that. There are so many ways of doing that. A typical example, if you want to use JavaScript, you can just do Windows dot is it location dot I think href or something. Yes. If you do this, and you enter any URL and you just click on that particular URL, this one is going to reload your what do you call it? Your web page for you. But it's not advisable. It depends on what you want to achieve at the end of the day. Okay. So assuming we have a single page application which has different pages, and you don't want to see this on all the pages. Assuming when you go to About Us page, we want to see About Us. This one should change to About Us. And when you go to, let's say, this page, instead of JS DOM, we should change to JavaScript HTML hot DOM. When you go to the next page, you take the name of the page. How do you do that? So we can do that in JavaScript. We can do that. So you set it dynamically. But here we are not going to use the dynamic here yet. I just want to show you the first step. That's how to change your title inside your HTML, inside your JavaScript. So we can do that by saying document dot title equals, this is one way. This is not the only way. Let's say code with code boots, right? Code with code boots. So right now, let's go back and check. You can see that right now, the first one has been what? Changed to this. So the JavaScript will override the HTML for you. Please, are you following?
Yes, please.
That's great. That's great. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is let's just try and select some of the elements on the page. Let's select the head and the body, and let's select the whole of this form. So today, most of the things that we are going to learn here will be on selection, how to select or how to interact with your DOM, how to interact with your DOM. That's what you'll be doing today. Then tomorrow, God willing, I'll be adding the what do you call it? The events. I will be adding the event listeners to that. Then if there's more time tomorrow, we will convert this project. This project that you are seeing here, we are going to make it interactive. That is, you add and you click on submit, and it will be part of what you have here. Then you also have the opportunity to delete them from the DOM. Right now, whatever you are seeing here is static. We are going to see how best we can use JavaScript to manipulate everything that you are seeing on the screen. Then if you're able to understand this logic behind this, then when you move to Vue.js, you appreciate Vue.js a lot. You say, wow, these people, they are clever, they have done a good job. They have eliminated all this bullshit for you, right? They have made the work very, very, very simple. Yes, they have made the work very, very simple. Okay, so let's move on. So in other words, if you want to just select, let's say, the head, you can just do the same thing, document dot head, right? Document. So let's just console this. So console dot log document dot what head. Let me. Okay, we can maintain our title since that one is not going to affect it. So you can see this one. We just select the head tag. Inside the head tag, what do we have? We have our meta tags, right? And the link and the title. If you can remember this on the HTML page, we have the meta tags and you have our link. So the document, the console, when you console.log document dot head, this is what you are going to get. Let's select the body. Let's select the body. So console.log document dot body. So you can see this one will also select only. So this one will also target. Let me say target. It will target only head. This one will target only what? The body. And if you want to perform anything on it, you can do it. So this one is what? A link, the access key. In fact, there are so many properties and methods over here that we can use. So we are going to see, we are going to use most of them, something like the first element chart. You are going to see it today, depending on the time. We are going to learn a lot. All these are mouse properties. All these are, whenever you see on, they are all mouse properties. So we are going to see, I think this one will be using it. Scroll can also be the mouse property, right? Okay, so that's it. These are all the properties or the methods that you have on the body that you can call them to perform a specific task or function. Okay. Let's move on to the last one. Let's try and print this form. All right, so let's welcome Mr. Chinese. Abdul, are you here? Okay, let's move on. Please, the last person, in fact, your name is Jimbo. Is it Lingard?
I am here, but even me myself, the name is confusing me.
He has changed it to Nicholas.
Is it?
He has changed the name to Nicholas.
Nicholas, can you introduce yourself since today is your first time? This is Code Boot Technologies. You are welcome. Hi, Nico.
Thank you very much. Hello, my name is Nicholas from Data Link.
Oh, then we have.
I got the link from our Costa group. So.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You are welcome, right? We have a lot.
Sorry, I couldn't even. Thank you very much.
We have a lot of Data Link students here. And Mr. Abdul, yes. there will be a WordPress master class with what do you call it? Digital marketing. For that one, I will not bother you guys, but if you are interested, that one is not free.
Okay.
Gradually, the free we may stop.
We will do away with the free. You can see how a whole JavaScript free lesson, 7 people.
Yeah.
So gradually we have to do away with the free, and then even if 3 people can pay, then we know that we are training 3, 3 programmers. That will be okay.
Okay, so
I second that.
Yeah, we'll be learning how to build websites with WordPress, and also learn digital marketing. I think those of you want certificates on that, we can give you certificates. Now the company is registered, so we can give you certificates.
Great.
Yeah, so we can think about the price and everything. Normally, I don't want to impose this. It's not that I'm afraid of, but it's a promise for myself. I don't want to be like doing this for money. It's something I've promised myself to train as many as people we can, so that we get a lot of developers in Ghana as we have in Nigeria. That's my main goal. Looking at how these Nigerians are moving very fast in this tech space, and we are here sleeping.
I tell you.
They have quite a number of companies, and they have a lot of sponsors from the foreign countries. Please, guys, let's try our best and come together, set up companies. It's not always about going to search for job, guys. After
admit this person, somebody is at the gate.
Yeah. Guys, so after this skill, I think we can take some internship in some companies, whether being remote or on site. After 1 year, 1.5, 2 years experience, try and go and register your own company. 2-3 people can come together, register company, seek for funds outside. That's what the Nigerians are doing. Let me tell you that that's a secret. It's not that they are gurus, but they are smart. So guys, let's try our best and take good use of this opportunity so that we can also benefit from whatever our brothers are benefiting from the other countries. If you have any question, you can ask. The last person is Mr. Hey, you have your camera on. Mr. Is it a song? Okay, let's move on. I think he's not even ready. Console.log. So let's select the form that you saw on the web page. So console.log document. So this one, document.form is also an element on the HTML document. So right now, let's just print this one out and see what we have. How many forms that we have? So you can see we have only one form. We have only one form. That is this particular form. So that's what we are seeing here. So that's all about using the document to select. All right. So our next move is we are going to target the elements by class or by the IDs. We are going to select them by the class or by the IDs. That's the next move. So let's see. How do you do that? So we can just do that by, let me comment. This one's out. For this one, I will not comment it out. Please, a minute. Let's move on. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to look at is get element by the class name. So we are going to select element based on the class. So you can see we have so many classes over here, right? We have this bootstrap classes. We have this class here. We have this class here. This is an ID. We have a class here. We have an ID here. We have a class here. We have a lot of classes and IDs here. So with JavaScript, there are about 3, 4, or let's say more than that, ways of selecting or targeting elements on your website. So the first one that we are going to look at is that's select element by ID. That's the first thing that we are going to look at. Select element by ID. So select. So you are going to select element by ID. So this is how it's done. So select element by ID. Okay, so let's see the first element that we can select. So you can see that we have main header here. We have another ID, which is what? Header title. So we can target all these elements. we can target these elements. Let's see. So let's just target the first one. That's the H1 ID. Okay. So we can do console.log document.get element by. So you can see we have get element by what? By class name, by tag name ns. We have so many. So get element by what? By ID. This is what I'm looking for. So this one will just target the ID that we are going to put inside it. So here you have to specify the ID. You have to specify the ID. So we want to target this ID. So let me just copy this one and paste it here. Okay. So let's just print this one and see what we have in the console. So you can see this one is printing the H1 tag, which has the header title as the ID. That is JS DOM way. So this is it. It's targeting only that. So all that the point that I'm trying to make here is we can target elements by their names, by their IDs, by the class names, by the element itself. We can select by elements. That is the H1 here. You can just target it. Then when you target it, what's the next? What are you going to use it for? So there are so many ways. Today we are going to use a bit styling here. We are going to look at how to maybe change this the inner text, how to add some styling and the rest. Then tomorrow, God willing, you'll be adding the interactivity. That is the what do you call it? The event listeners. We are going to add the event listeners to that. That is the click, the unclick, the unselect, and the rest. Okay. So let's look at the next one. So we can also select the header title. We can also select the header title using we have already done that, right? We have selected the header title. Then after selecting the header title, what can you do with it? As I said, there are so many things you can do with it. There are so many things you can do. So instead of consoling everything together, let me assign this to a variable. Right now, when I use these terms, I believe and I hope will be in the American. So you can just say var head title. Let me use the same name. So var head title equals this document.get element by what? ID. Okay, so right now you have selected it. What do you want to do with it? What do you want to do with it? So here we can do header, that's header title dot text content. That is the content inside our info. The content inside, that's it. Whenever you use dot text content, that is, you are referring to this. You are referring to this. We have some chat here. Let me see. We'll be right back, please. Okay. So that is if when you use dot text content, meaning you are targeting this. So here we can just go back and assign this one to, let's say, code with Bob. Code with Bob. So right now we are not consoling. We have changed it. We have targeted the what, or we have selected that whole block. That is the H1 block. We have selected it by it was ID, and we are changing that text. You can see the text here is JS DOM with code boot technologies or tech. and we are trying to override it. We are going to change this. And I said that this is one way of changing it. You can just use what? That dot text content property. This property, you can use this one. And that one will use, it can accept any string that you want to replace. So right now, let's go back to our web page, and you can see that it has been changed. So we have started, we are manipulating the DOM using the JavaScript. We have started. So the first property is what? The text content. The text content. Please, are you following? All right. If you don't want to use the text content, we also have another one, which I've been using this one quite often. With this one, it's even in Vue.js. We can also use header.title.inner HTML or inner text. Let's use the inner text. The inner text. So this one and this one will do the same thing. This one and this one will do the same thing. So let's see if I want to just override that with, let's say, code wait. Let's say code boot. So let's see what will happen. So you can see it has been changed again. So this one is using the current one. It is using the current one, which is this is the last one. This is the last one that we use. So inner text will override text content. All right. So that's it. That's it. Let's move on. And right now, assuming we want to put a line here, that is under the whole header here. We want to draw a line, a nice line, let's say yellow or black, with let's say the border of 3 or 5, and it should be solid. You can use it dash or whatever you want to use, but I'm going to use solid. I want to draw a line here. I want to draw a line here. I want to apply some CSS. How do I do that? So you can do that also by just the same procedure. We can just say you can target it. So let's say var, or you can use cons, or you can use select, whatever you want to use. So var header equals document dot get element by ID. And which element are we selecting? Right now, we want to select everything here. That is this whole element. We want to, or this whole header. We want to select this whole header and create a line under the header. That's what we are doing. So let's go back to the HTML and see. So you can see this is the header tag, and it has an ID of what? Main header. So I can just target this, right? I can target this. I can just target this. After targeting this, right now you have selected it. What do you want to do with it? We are saying that we want to draw a line under that. So you can say header, header dot. So we use what? Style. Header dot style dot. What do you want to do? We want to create a border. So we can use border bottom. Yes, the border bottom property here. Then inside this one, or you just use the equal sign. Yes, that is it. Equal, not bracket. Okay. So we are going to here. We want to give this border bottom a line property of what? Solid. Then the thickness, you can use any number or any yes, that's any number you want. So here let's say solid, then 3 pixels, then what again? Yellow, right? Yellow and red match. Let's use black. Let's do this and see. So guys, you can see I've been able to insert line here. This nice So right now, you can see this. I've been able to do this using JavaScript, with the help of CSS. I shouldn't just say JavaScript because you can't just use JavaScript to do this. With the help of CSS. So I've combined, or I'm using JavaScript inside, I'm using CSS inside JavaScript. That's what I've done right now. Guys, please, do you understand up to this point? Please, any question here?
Yes, sir.
Any question?
Oh, no.
All right, so today we are just going to manipulate the DOM. Like I said, one of the most important aspects of JavaScript is what we did last week and is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? Yeah, I think last 2 weeks. That is the array methods. For that one, when you forget it, then that's all. As for what you are doing today, this is just the beginning, though I will not say it's complex, but just as it's a big tricky, you just have to understand whatever is going on here. And I believe this is straightforward. You guys get it. If you don't get it, you can ask your question. And as I've been saying, we are learning together. I'm not teaching, we are learning. So there will be some questions you even ask, I don't know. Someone will be in the group, will be able to answer it. Last week, for instance, Benny did what? Or it wasn't Benny, yeah, I think Benny did what? Mr. Abdul too has been contributing a lot. And as I've been saying, we are learning together, guys. So come on, if you don't understand anything, feel free and ask. All right. The next one that we are going to look at is the same thing. We are going to look at the brother, which is select element by the class name. So right now we have been using the ID. What about the class? So you can see we have a lot of classes inside here. You have the container class. We have another container class. We have the title class. We have the form inner line. Then this all this class. In fact, yeah, you know them. I believe we did Bootstrap, so I know you know. All right, so get a wimple. So select. Let me use the same. Select element by class name, class name. All right, so we are going to target them by their class names. So with that one, I will not waste your time. We are going to use these elements. Let's target these elements one by one. And you can see that all these elements have the same class, meaning we can target them at once and do something with them. Or we can target them and select the first node, the second node, the last node. So let's see. So you can say let elements, or let's say let items. Let items equals get element get elements by class. Am I doing the right thing? Should come automatically. Get element by class name. No, you can't just do it. Someone should just correct me. I've omitted the document. Document.get element by what? By class name. This is what I'm looking for. So this is what I'm looking for. So without a document, you can't get these properties. You can't just say get element by class name straightforward, because this element, this property is on the document, right? So you can't just do this and you can't just run away from this. That's why it wasn't working. So get element by what? The class name. So let's go back and copy the class. I want to copy this. I want to target this one. We have something in the chat. If they are doing the same thing, why do you have to add them? Okay, so someone asks, I think you are referring to, this, right? You are referring to this, right? Okay, so there's a bit different between text content and inner text. There's a bit different between this. Where should I even apply this? Text content and this one. There's a bit different between this. In fact, there's a bit different. There's a slightly different between text content and text. That one depends on the parent or so. Yeah, it depends on the parent. Guys, so you can just Google and see the difference between the text content and the inner text. There's slightly different between this and that, but they are doing the same thing. They do the same work. Okay, so we are selecting element by class, the class name, and I've already copied it. Let me paste it here. So the list group, we are targeting the list group. What do you want to do with the list group? So here, okay. So here, let's say we want to just target this one, or we want to target the second one. We want to target the last one. How do you do that? You can do that by saying items. Then you bring your what? The bracket notation. This one. So you can see they are in the form of array. They are in the form of array. So this one is 0, this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is what? 3. In that order. That's when it's counting. It is going to start from 0. So this one is 0. So let's target the first one, which is what? 0. And let's say dot inner text, the same thing, dot inner text, the inner text, and let's change that one to code boot. I'm short of words, that's why I'm doing this. So don't mind me. So you can see right now, instead of item 1, we have changed that one to what? Code boot. Right? We can also change the background, or you can change the text style or the font weight, whatever you want to do, you can do here. So items, let's use 1 or 2. Let's use 2. Dot star. So remember this, dot star, then dot, let's say background color. Background color. So it uses this background color and background color. Yeah, something like this. Equals. So here you can use the hexadecimal codes here, or if you want to just use red, yellow, blue, you can do that. So let's say red. Let's say red and C. So you can see right now the background color of this one has been what? Changed to red. So we are using JavaScript to manipulate the DOM. That's what we are doing. Okay. What if we want to set a background color for everything here? What if you want to select a background color of everything here? Let's see if we can just do that without specifying any number here. Let's see if that one will work. Let's see if that one will work. So let's see this. So dot star, right? Dot star. Let's see if this one will work. So you can see we are getting what? Undefined here. Cannot set property of undefined, setting what? Background on this. So this one won't work. The console will not accept this. So we get what? Uncaught what? Type error. Cannot set property of undefined. Why is it happening this way? So this one is what? It is in the form of array, right? It is in the form of array, and we learned how to manipulate over an array, or how to run that. We learned so many array properties last week and last 2 weeks. So here we can just use the for loop. We can just use the for loop to iterate over this before you set the background color. So you have to call them one after the other. So if you just do it straightforward like this, it's going to throw an error for you. You are going to get an error because you are not targeting everything. though this element here, we have already targeted the DOM by the class name. So this one is selecting the classes, but in the actual sense, it's not selecting the node itself. The various lists is not selecting them. So how do you do that? Let's comment this one out. So like I said, let's try the for loop. So we can just say for inside this, and we say either let or var or const. Let's use var I. So you can use any name here, and as usual, programmers, we like using the I. So let's initiate this one to what? 0, and let's say I should be what? Less than the items, that is this items dot length. If you want to get the total length, so items dot what? Dot length. Then you increase it. That is going to do the iteration for you here. So I plus plus. So from here, what is the next thing? That is, you are targeting them one after the other. So you can say items. You can say items, then into brackets, the bracket notation, then we call this one. So you're going to start from 0, 1. So that's why we have it here. So we have this is the initialization, start from 0. Then when you get to the total length, that's where it's going to what? That's where it's going to stop. That's why we have, it should be what? Less than what? It should be less than this. Guys, please, are you following? So it's going to be what? Increase. So you can just call the I over here. We can call the I here. Then here we can apply the star. So the star dot background color. So let me select it over here. The background color. Or if you don't use background color, you can use any CSS property that you know. Guys, you should know the difference. So you can see that with a normal CSS, we don't write it like this, right? But when you get to the DOM, background color, this is how you have to write it. So it's using this. This is the camel case, or is this the camel case? Yes, this is the camel case, right? Yes, this is the camel case. So you can just set it to, let's say, green. So you can see right now, we have been able to set the background to green using the for loop over our get element by ID. Please, am I making sense? Hello, guys. Am I moving fast?
No, it's okay. The pace is okay.
Okay.
The pace is okay.
Okay. Okay, that's great. So right now we have seen this. We have seen how to select element by just using the document dot the elements. We have seen select by ID, select by class name. Then what again? What again? Let's look at the next one. Select by the element name itself. Let's look at how to select by the element its name itself. So with that one, I'm coming. So here we have the various elements here, right? We have the H. We can just target them by what? Just H2. We can target it by what? The form. That's the meaning of the element. We are targeting them by the element itself. We are targeting them by the element. So you can target the UL. You can target the what? LI. You can target any element that you see here. The H1, the body, whatever. Please, is that clear? So that one we use target by, is it tag name or whatever? So let me see. Yes, that's it. Let me see. So select elements by tag name. Select element by tag name, right? So that's it. So with that one too, I think it's the same thing. Whatever you are seeing here, right now, let me try and comment some of them out. Let's comment these ones out. Let's comment this one also out. What about this ones? Okay, for this one there, I think say that's the line, other line here. I think that one is cool. We can maintain that one. Let me save it and see what you have. Okay. Okay, so that's it. So right now, let's start over again using the tag name.
Okay.
So with that one, you can say it's the same thing as I said. So let's say we are selecting the LIs. Let's select the LIs. We are selecting these LIs. Let's select the LIs here. Let's see what will happen. So with the LIs, let LI equals document. Hey, Mr. Abdo, the mic is on. Document dot get element by tag name. So I can see it here. Get elements by tag name, right? So with the tag name, which tag name are you selecting? The LI tag. So after selecting the LI tag, what do you want to do? In fact, we can perform the same operation here. Whatever we did here, we can do it here. So let's just look on it and do it again. So you can say LI dot the first one was what? We can just select the first property, li dot 0 dot the inner text, right? The inner text. Then let's change it. So right now, let me comment this one out. Otherwise, you get. So you can see we are back to the item 1, 2, 3. I think this one's supposed to be 4. Okay, even we can do that here, right? So you can do that here. So that one will be the last element, which is what? 1, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's change that one to 4 here. So you can do that by saying inner text item. You see it was item 3. So let's change it to item what? 4. What's going on? LI, or I didn't get it.
Because of the variable name we are using.
The LI.
Yeah. Because I used list and a word.
You use list.
Yeah.
So let's change it. I'm still getting error here. Get element by
Tag name. Yours is by name. So that's why.
Okay. Sometimes that's how when we are typing, don't see. Okay, that's it. So you can see that one is working now. Guys, please be checking, and whenever I'm typing, sometimes the hand moves faster than the mind, right? Or the mind rather moves faster than whatever. Okay, so that's it. So you can just target it by what? By elements, and you just change it. So you can see now we have changed the last one to be what, item 4. It was item 3. And this one, I'm not going to comment this one out because that's the correction that I have to make. So what if you want to change the whole background? You can use the same format that we use over here to change the background. So guys, all of you should just try your hands on it. Just change the whole background of this one to F4, F4, F4. Let's use F4, F4, F4. Who has finished? Oh, class in Swati, you have 5 people now. Please, when you are done, let me know.
Please, what did you say we were doing?
I said just use the same approach that we use over here to iterate over the list and change the background color to F4, F4, F4.
Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Please, are we all done?
Life hard.
When you're all done, let me know so that we can move on. Try your hands on it. I don't want to be doing this alone here. Can we move forward now? Hack me and Amate. Zabdo, were you able to do it? Hello, guys.
Yes, I did, but unfortunately for me, I don't know what is happening. It's like my linkage is having problem. The JS has not linked well with my HTML, and it's not affecting this. And I'm see when I go to the.
I share your screen.
Okay. Share screen. Okay. Okay. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see.
Very good. So
Yeah, we are still seeing the browser.
let me inspect and then go to the console and you see. You see fail to load resources.
Okay, refresh it. Clear that and refresh it and let me see. You know where to clear it?
No.
Where you have the top. Can you see where you have the top?
Top.
The next icon. You can see
Yes.
the eye here. The
Yes.
next one. Not the eye. No, go to your left. That
this one.
Yes.
Okay.
And go and refresh the browser. Refresh the browser and let's see. Yes, it's working.
Okay.
Okay, so go
All
back
right.
to code. What I'm trying to say is, we want to select the item 1, 2, 3 up to 4, and let's.
So I have this. I've set the variable now.
Sure. So we are going to use the for loop to iterate over that.
So I'll do 4.
Yes. Then inside the for loop, you initiate a variable.
Then
So let I equals
0.
Yes. You end it. Terminate that. Then you can say I should be less than the array dot
I less than
list. Dot length.
Dot length.
Then you terminate it. Okay, so then you
I plus plus.
Then the next one is what?
The next one will be list.
You select it.
Then
It's
Then I select I put I there.
Yes. Then you apply your CSS.
Dot style. Dot background color.
Yes. So calm down, you can see background color there. So guys, one funny thing is, like I said, React is pure JavaScript. So when you get to React, whenever you are using React, it's the same thing. Please put this in a quote. And you should start with the ampersand. Or is that ampersand? No, the hash.
Okay.
Hash. Okay, so save this and let's see.
Okay.
So you can see it's working, right?
Yes.
So that's it. Please, guys, if you have any issue, you can see Mr. Abdul is sharing his screen. You can also do that. We try to assist you to fix it before we move on. We don't want to go like to. We don't want to leave you out, right?
Yes.
Mr. Abdul, is that okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay, so you can stop sharing your screen. If you have any issue, please, I'm giving you some seconds. You can also share your screen. Hack me. Have you done it? Divine just joined. Amate, are we on course? Hey, is Amate there? Enoch, were you able to follow whatever you are doing today, or you couldn't?
I'm following.
Okay, so have you been able to do this, or you don't have the file, so you couldn't?
Yes, please. I don't have the file. I've not installed it.
I know Benny has done it. Hack me is not talking. Or Hack me is the one talking. Divine, you are welcome. I think, is today your first day? Hi, Divine.
Yeah, this is my first day of joining. I just saw the link.
Oh, okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I just joined.
Please, a bit intro.
Thank you.
Where you are coming from.
Yeah.
You are Divine. Where are you from? Are you a student?
Yeah, Tema. Yes, student of the challenge. I'm in Tema.
Oh, okay, that's great. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. So let's move on. Since we don't have any issue here, let me share my screen so that we move on. Okay, so I believe everyone has been able to do this. Let's continue from where this. So the next one is let's get elements using another approach. So right now we have element by element by element by. We also have another approach called query selector. Query selector. All right. So I can say that this one is the universal way of selecting elements either by ID or class name. So instead of specifying by class name, by ID, by blah, blah, you can just use this one to replace all of them. So I will say, so why didn't you just teach us this and we go away? No, that's not the case. No, it's not every day or anytime you'll be using this. Because, you know, behind the scene, there are a lot of things happening at the back of your browser. And when you use get element by ID, that one you are narrowing everything. So you know, give the browser engine a lot of work to do. You know, performance is very, very important in software development. You can't just, so that's why we have best practices. There are so many ways of killing the cats. But don't just go and say, oh, but this one can do the job, so let me use this one. Oh yeah, I can do it. But you can see there are some web pages that load faster than the others. Why? These are some of the petty reasons, apart from your internet and your server that you are using. These are some of the things that contribute to the slowness or the faster your network can load. Please, am I making sense? So this one is there. This one is a universal way of selecting both elements, that's element by either ID or by what do you call it? By class or by the element. So you can use this one, just this one. You can use to select ID. You can use to select class. You can also use to select target the elements. Okay, so let's see. So with this one, it's very, very simple and straightforward. So here we are not going to waste much time here. All that you have to do is let's see. Guys, hold on. I'm coming. A minute. Sorry, someone keeps calling and I have to tell the person I'm in class. Sorry. All right, so so here we can, as I said, this one is a universal mode of selecting. That's not ghetto. That one is what? Query selector. Let me remove the get here before it confused you. So that's the name, query selector. So here, let me see. Let's see, which one can we target this time? We can target the title. Yes, we can target anyone. We have used almost all of them here. Let me see. Let me just target the title. I think even title I've done it.
Target the container, the container class.
This class, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see that we have container here. We have container that, right? So let's see. That's very, very good. Let's see what will happen. Okay. So here you can say let's wrapper. So let's use wrapper. Wrapper equals document. Don't forget this. Document dot query selector, right? Then we say dot container. So right now, who can tell me what is happening? Are you selecting all the containers or just the first container? We have container here. We have container here. Which are the
then this way will just target all containers in the document.
Are you sure? All right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so let's see. So let's say container. What do we do? Should we change?
Let's console.log the wrapper and see what it will bring.
Okay, so console.log wrapper. So what do you have here? Just one container.
Yes.
Yes. So the query selector works as as the filter method. Do you remember the filter method? You remember the filter method, or Monkai? Guys, please, please, some of these things, don't forget filter, map. Last time I stressed on them. I told you that filter, map for each wanna be. For us, for map, we don't use maps. Unless maybe you say you will not learn React. Okay.
So after Vue.js, that will do React, right?
Hey, no, I will not combine the two. I don't want to confuse you. After learning Vue.js, we can draw the curtain down, and from there maybe I'll stand as a mentor for you. You start a project on your own, or I give the project out. If you are working on it, and maybe so I just call me, we do some Zoom or Skype, then I assist you. Not all the time, because that's why the internet is also there. You try to Google some yourself and you fix them. As time goes on, like I said, guys, there are a lot of opportunities coming. A lot of opportunity every day in, day out. Opportunities are coming. So I'll start referring some of you to the jobs. So let's finish. We have this month, next month, to end this class. So after ending the class, then Mr. Abdul, you'll be part of the team, Anna. Then we try and see, because if I will run free class, there will be commitment. I'll not charge you, but there will be commitment fee. That's
exactly.
Maybe you pay this amount of the money. If you're able to finish the class, you pay back your money to you. I hope that one will be nice.
Yes.
If you join the class, do all the exercises, the assignment, then we pay back your money to you. As I've already been telling you, this is something. It's a long-term something I want to do. Code boots forever, and it just be guys.
Inshallah, it won't be. Even cry, you will cry, and it won't be now.
Guys. So that's it. If only you want to be a software developer, I am for sure. But if you want to be a software developer, it's one of the most lucrative field. You not face this kind of unemployment. Last time I was even laughing, and when they said they are employing people, so they should come to the work stadium or whatever. Hey, Sana Kromate. Also, guys, it's very serious. So it's very serious. There are a lot of unemployment graduates in this country. If you are in Accra, there you are lucky, you guys, because this thing that I'm doing, my people in my village are not benefiting. Why? Because they don't even have the internet to connect.
Wallahi.
So guys, let's try and make good use of this opportunity. You try, do this, you build your CV. I've told you I'll assist you on that. As from you, my CV will be a one they will just want me to come on, but sometimes their money, not my, because in Ghana, the software development area too, that's one challenge that we are facing. They underpay developers a lot in this country. So we are all switching to the remote jobs. That is for the foreign roles. And that one, before you get it, it's not easy.
Wow.
I'm not trying to scare you, but after there are a lot of opportunities. It comes with experience.
See, Robert, but for me, there you have to find every ways and means to let me get some more. Otherwise, you tell them that you tell those you are working for that you have a replacement for yourself, and then you walk out and I'll enter.
Don't worry, because that, even Abdul, I remember I told you, I went for an interview and I told him I'm supposed to start this month.
Yes.
When does the man start? Yesterday, they called me the whole day. If I couldn't, I didn't pick, and I have to send them email that I haven't even still sent the email. You see?
Wow.
Yeah.
Which means if I were a programmer, this would have been a cool
If
job.
any of you were in the good position, I would just push you straight. The company is at Osu.
Oh,
Yeah. They want a full-time software developer and just view, not full stack, front end.
Vue.js.
Yes.
Oh,
Guys, you see, I'm this time I don't want to go to any full-time. I'm also talking to another company, and they said because they are also the application that they are going to build is new, they will not allow me to stay in the house, but we can split the days. I can work 2 inside and I use the rest of the 3 days remotely, or 3 inside and 2 outside. You see, these are some of the benefits. So I'm telling you all this to boost you. And
yeah.
For you to know that, oh, are they Amate?
Yes.
Amate, are you there?
Yeah, hello, I'm here.
Yes. Some of these things are our indoor conversation. I don't want this thing to go to the internet. But you guys should force me to upload all these things.
Hey, but today's lecture too must be uploaded because today's lecture, I see this as the beginning of JavaScript.
Someone is saying, hello, what time do you meet? It seems I'm late and is there a way of wake up? Yeah, Divine, yeah. So that's what we are discussing now. Sometimes I don't want to upload it because of some of these secret things that we are discussing here. But we have a YouTube channel. We have the YouTube channel that we upload there.
Okay. So can you share the link with me?
Yeah. I think, Mr. Abdul, since you are in data science, Abdul will take your number and maybe you even add it to the WhatsApp group.
Oh,
so you send me hi. I posted the link there. So you send me hi. I'll add you to our group. We have a group.
Okay. I'll do that.
So you get the link in our group.
Okay, that's
and you
fine.
have to promise to be dedicated. Otherwise, I'll.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What level are you?
400.
400. Okay, that's why you are serious with programming. I can see. Don't do your project work. Don't worry.
And Amate, maybe I'll consider you as intern and try and mentor you for the next 1 to 2 years. Okay.
Okay, Mr.
Yes, I'll do that for you. I wanted to open the slot in a group for you guys, but I try to also hold back because a lot of people apply and they will not come and even show seriousness. So Amate, you ask for you there. Ask for Mr. Abdul and the rest. More we school will. But so you have to speed up. For Amate, you have a lot of opportunities. Level 100, you still have time. Just that if you want to start chopping the money early, then you don't have time. Guys, I think Emmanuel Fosu will be joining me this month or so. The Python Django to you guys.
We will give him. We will want him to come 3rd week of the month.
The 3rd week, eh?
Yes. So this is our first Saturday. Next weekend will be our 2nd weekend. Then the week that follows, he can come.
Yeah. So by next week, we'll end the JavaScript by next week.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, enough of the talking. Let's continue. So I was saying this one works like the filter method on arrays in JavaScript. So whenever you use a query selector and you specify whether ID, this one is using class, right? Whether ID or class, it will search and pick the first ID or class that it meets. So what if we want to select all? What if you want to select all? So that is why we also have document.query query selector all. We have all here. We have another one called all. So right now, let's use all here. Let's use all here. And let me save it and see. So you can see right now how many lists do you have?
There are now 2.
You can so right now it's selecting all the containers inside. Guys, have you seen the difference?
Very, very clear.
Yes. So if you want to just target the first one, you can just use what? Select without any argument. That is here. If you use the dot or if you use the or, it will select everything. So that's it. Let's continue. Assuming this one, we just want to apply some CSS properties on this. We can say dot star dot what? We have been using backgrounds. Right now, let's use let's say font family or font weight. Font weight, font weight, and let's say bold. And this is what we target. Is it bold or is not bold? So you can see, it is even here. You can see. So this one is like the inner line star. You remember this?
Inline styling.
Yes, the inline star. So this one is font weight and the value is what? Bold, right? So yes. That's it. So that's it. You can just target it with any of this, and you are there. If you want to target an ID, all that you have to do is instead of dot, you use the hash. Please, are you following?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just like CSS.
It's just like CSS. And
I remember in CSS when we are targeting elements, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so today, that's what we are doing. We are looking at how to target. Tomorrow, God willing, we are going to add the what's the name? The event listeners. That is when you press enter. Maybe when you click send, maybe you have a form. Like I said, this one we are going to convert it. You type maybe item 5. So once you are typing, it's going to listen. So that one is called the event listener. It's going to listen to whatever you are typing. Then it's going to capture it somewhere. So when you click on submit, that one too, there will be event on this. That one is called the on-click listener. The on-click listener. You saw that. So when you click on this, then it's going to append. It's going to append at the either first or the whatever the beginning. So that's the goal of this. Probably tomorrow, God willing, we can finish this. All right. So let's finish this one. Otherwise, we cannot finish our to do app tomorrow. Then next week, I will introduce you to the local storage, the browser database. And the browser has a database. Are you aware?
We are not aware.
Every browser has a database.
Anyway, I am not aware.
So it's called, let's go to application. So these are your database. Whatever you are doing, you can see the cache here is your storage. It stores whatever you are doing. Cookies to store. You can see SQL. You see SQL is here. IndexedDB is here. So we have a database here for you. That's doing a lot of things behind the scene that you don't know. All right. So I'll introduce you to that next week. Then we end this section. Yes. Okay. So like I said, query selector, you can just use the ID, select by ID or select by what class. Let's move on to the next one. All right. So with the next set of tasks or the next thing that you're going to learn, I've already introduced you to that. That one is called traversing the DOM. That's the next subtopic, traversing the DOM. Traversing the DOM. Okay, so with that one, let me see. Let's target this one. Let's target this one and let me use it to perform something for you. So let's say var items equals document dot. So let's use the query selector since that is the last thing we learned. Document dot queries selector. Then we are going to select by ID. So the ID is what? Items or mommy go ahead. So yeah. Is it the only ID that we have? I think so. Let me see. Because I just want to get this one. Yes. So this one will work. Okay, so we can just target that using the query selector. Okay, right now we have it. What do we want to do? Like in the beginning, I explained that we have parents. So this is the parent. This is a child. This is a child. This is what? This is child. Or this can say this. We can say this is grandchild, or great grandchild here. This is what? This is a child. This is also another child, right? So you can say this and this are siblings. This and this are siblings. So that's what we are going to do right now. Whatever I've explained right now, we are going to translate it into code. Okay. So how do you do that? We have something called parent node in JavaScript. So we can say, let's just console that and see console.log items dot parent. Yeah, so parent node. Let's see this. So with this one, we want to see the parent for this. Who can tell me what is the parent for this one? What is the parent node for this? We want to print that one. Who can tell me?
Container is the parent is a container, the div up there.
I'm coming. So let's check what Abdul is saying.
I know main. It's main.
Yes. So this one is a brother. This is also a brother. But you can see they are all inside this.
Main, yes.
Yeah, so the parent is the main. This div. So let's go back and console that and see. And let's confirm whatever you are saying is correct or not. So you can see, yes, Mr. Abdul, you see, that's it. This was the first one with the front board and whatever you did. Let me console.
Exactly.
That's why I like commenting. Let me comment this one. The rainbow, there's it. Okay, so let's go back again. So you can see, so this is the parent, right?
Yes.
Parent. And this time we'll be using this one when we want to append. So that's the word. Let me start using it so that I may come with it. That is when you want to append. That's when you want to add to the list. We use something. We use a property called append, or a method called append. So that's why this one will be useful for you. Today it's more of introduction. I want you to get a picture, then we move on. Okay, so so there's the parent node. So we are selecting the parent node. So right now, let's say items dot parent node. We can add a star dot background. I want to change the whole background of the parent. Background color equals, let's say, just green. So you can see this is the parent node. And right now I've given it a background of what? Green. It's going to give everything here a background of green. So that's it. Guys, please, are you following? I hope it makes sense, right?
Yes.
Then We can also look out for the children. Does it have children? I think so. So how do you find the children? You can use the same thing. Items dot the child node. So you have child node. Yeah, child node. So that one to, let's say we want to give it a star of red dot background color. Enough or covers are. Some of you, if you do this, they are I didn't move so red. Let me okay. Undefined. What's happening?
Because we have to loop.
This one, I think, let me see. You have to loop this one.
Because they are different, or
it has this one, it has two properties. It has the child node and the children and the children. Yeah, it has child node and children. Right now, so that's why it is always best to console it first, right? So console.log items dot yeah, so that's it. We are getting everything here. Oh, okay. So you can see there are texts in between. Who can tell me the reason why? There are no text here, but automatically it has been given some text here. The main reason why we are getting this is using some break tags over here. You can see they are all on the different lines. So if you want to avoid that, you can use this. They should be on the same line. There should be no breaking. This one should remove the text. So let me save this. Are we still having text? We have text somewhere here.
yeah, some places there are spaces there. You didn't close the spaces. Go back to the HTML. Some places there are spaces.
Yeah.
For instance, there, yes. And it's like the first one, the very first one. There is still a space.
Even here too.
Yes.
Hey. Anyway, some of this is guys, see, so right now there's no space here again.
Yes.
Let me see if we can apply that background here again. So we can say dot stars. Let's see if this one works. Oh, it didn't work. Then, meaning we have to use the for loop. You have to use the for loop. But you don't worry, because it's the same thing. We are just reinventing the wheel. You can use whatever we have learned to achieve this thing. But I was just showing that we also have this child node, the parent node. Apart from the child and the parent, you also have another one called the children. So let's try with the children too. This one I'm not going to waste time. Let me just copy it in. No, I rather want this one, the console first. Okay, so this one, we can say what? Dot children. Okay, this is it. So you can see the same thing, right? So with this one, let's go and break them and see. I think with this one that doesn't have to give you that space. Yes, you can see there's no space here. So that's the difference. This is the difference between using the children node and then the child node. Okay. So with the child node too, I think we can select the various children and add some properties as we have seen so far. So let me just copy because of time. The time no class when we let's just say this dot star. No. If you do this, I think we get error. So select the first, let's say the first chart or the last one. The last one is 3. Let me select this one rather. Dot star dot font size. Let's use font size. Font size, let's say 20. Hey, I didn't apply. Let's see. Because there's no pixels here. Okay, you can see this one is a bit bigger than the rest. So there's it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's it. And also we can also use the pseudo classes in CSS. That is the last chart, the first chart. We can also use them here. So there's another one called, so let's say elements dot first chart. We can use this. So this one will select the first chart straight away. Please, are you following?
Yes.
Yes. So let's say first chart dot. Let's change the text. Enough of that. So text content. And let's say hello Bob. Let's change that one. So look at what is happening here. This one has created. It has inserted the first child over here. It didn't target this one rather. Okay. So I think this is what we'll be using to do the append and then the rest. I think that's all for today. The last thing then we go is create elements. I have to teach this. And yes, let me add this one. So create elements. As a normal name, and then I'll do one.
But it's okay. Just that when we finish, you have to this practice file, you upload it for us.
Okay. Since so it's the same. You can see the branch over here. I'll just push it right now for you.
Okay.
I'll push it right now for you. Okay, so element. So create element. Create element on the design here. So with that one, it works the same as this one. Assuming we want to create, so we'll be using this one to do the append. Assuming we want to create another div with a class of so here we have we have li. We have a li of class of what? List group of elements. How do you do that? We want to add another one. We want to create another one in the next line without coming here. Okay, so we use this create element. So let's say var new li equals document dot create element. So this is what we use. Then you specify what you want to do. So you can use div, whatever. So we want to use li here. Okay. Then with the li, what can you do on the li? We can say, so since that's in the new what? New li dot, we can give it a class. So you can say class name. li.class name equals, let's use the same class name. So there's it. So for now, we can print this one out since this one will not be part of what we have. And we are not printing it. So what do? We can just console.log new li. So let's see in the console. So you can see we have that. This is it. The li with what? With the list group of what? This is the class. That's why you have the dot here. Right now, in fact, it didn't when you but I think when you insert something in, it will be clearer for you. So we can say li, new li dot we want to set something inside, and then you what are you going to do?
We can write item 5.
So we can do right now. I'm coming. We have new, this one is equal to this. New, this one is equal to this. Console.log this one. Let's forget about this one. So let's reassign this one. Equals document dot create text node. We be say. Text node. Okay, I think there's it. Create text node equals hello. Are you there? And item 5. Let's use item 5. Oh, you didn't console it. So this is it. In fact, when I nominate a person, I just want to get this one and look at what is giving me here now. So as we have seen today, there are so many ways of doing this. There are so many ways of targeting your DOM. The main concept or the main takeaway that you guys should know is the get element by ID, get element by the class name, then the query selector, and a bit of this, the traversing DOM, this side. So if you have any question, you can ask. If there's no question, I will just push this one to GitHub and we end the class for today. God willing, tomorrow we will continue and build upon whatever we are doing today. Please, any question?
I thought Enokedo has gone again, but he's there.
Very sincere from me.
Enoch has been going and coming.
Mr. Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do we make the item element or the extra list that we've created? How do we let it show on the HTML?
On the web page, right? The new li, how do you append it here? That's the question, right? Hi, Bani.
Yeah, that's the question.
Sure. So you look at that tomorrow. You look at how to bring it from the console to the front page tomorrow. As I said, we are building upon this. So maybe so the main goal will not be just go and type it at the back end and come and show it here. The goal will be type it here, press enter, let it show here. Bani. or Benny?
Yeah, I understand.
All right, so that's it. We will tackle that tomorrow, God willing.
All right.
Guys, any more questions?
Enoch, ask all your questions. So I think we can stop the recording.
Yeah.